In the second part of the simulation video, we are going to register a new user. Alright, so what I'll do now is I'll go back to my online community and I will register a new user, and this is what my community looks like to anyone who is not registered. And according to the permissions that you have set for your online community, some of the rights that the new user have will be limited. So for example, if I'm not registered within the community, I'm not a member, maybe I cannot vote in this particular poll that we just opened. So I can see all the results, however I'm not registered, and therefore I cannot submit my own vote. If I try to reply to any of this, I cannot do that either. I can print it, I can actually see it, but to be able to reply I would have to register. Okay, to do that the users will have to go to this button here and click on register. This is the agreement that we have seen before. You can change this to suit your own needs. The user will then have to click on the I accept the terms, and they will have to enter some information here. So for example, what I'll do is I'll go with something like this. So username, email, Simple Machines forum, user 9 at myemail.com. Allow users to email me, yes, and then I will choose the password, and I'll go down to this verification field and type in the letters and register. Alright, now I can see all of the actual messages, and if I go back to the latest in the computer technology, when I open this particular topic, I can actually go ahead and submit my vote. So for example, I like Windows XP and therefore I'm gonna vote for Windows XP. Also, I can reply to all these messages, and for example I can go and say reply. Or even better, what I'll do is I'll go back and I'm gonna use this quote here. So by clicking on quote, I'm gonna quote what's already been written, and I'm gonna say I think Windows XP is still the best, for example, and then I'll hit on post. Alright, so this is the newly registered user who is just known as Simple Machines Forum user 9. Let's go back now to the admin and I'll refresh this, and going down to the latest in the computer technology, opening up this particular topic, I can actually see that there's now 3 votes. 2 of those have been have voted for Windows XP, 1 has voted for I don't know, and since this is a bit more different, so the font here is bold, it means that this is me. I have voted for this particular option, and I can actually see all of the messages that have been submitted, and this is happening in that order that the latest message will appear right at the top. Okay, so as the admin I can see that, but also if I go into my admin and I go into members, this is something that we have seen in the latest tutorial just before this one, I can actually see that the user Simple Machines user forum 9 has just registered. Okay, so I can get all the information here, one post, and if I go to awaiting activation, I will still have only this Simple Machines forum user 1. Okay, so still the admin can go through all of this and do all sorts of things. Alright, so I'll go back to the new user, and what I can do as a new user, I can go to the profile. In the profile I'll see all the information about myself. I'm a newbie, the username and everything else, but also I can modify the profile. I can go to account settings, I can change my name which I want to be displayed, so maybe I'll go with Nick. I'll use my email address. I can change my password, secret questions, answer, and the current password. I'll just hit on change profile. Okay, I have to change to change anything I will have to enter my password like so. Alright, so now let's have a look. I can also go and change my look and layout. I can change the time format, and I can use a lot of other options here which are available. Alright, so I can also go and see my notifications. This is to do with all the notifications, how I receive them, and what happens when I do receive them. And I can actually go into personal messaging as well. Okay, I can set some settings here, and into the body ignore list. In the actions, I can go and delete my account. Alright, so let's go back, for example, to John, and in John's account settings, we'll go to actions. So we'll go to buddies and ignore list, and I'm going to add Nick. I think I spelled that like this with capital I. That's right. I will add Nick. Okay, so if I go back to Nick's profile, I'll refresh it. And I'll go to profile. I'll go to manage, modify profile. I'll go buddies and ignore list. And I think it was John, so I'll go with John. Alright, there's John. I'll click on John and add John to my buddy list. Alright, so I can see that John is currently offline. Okay, so this is how you would actually go about adding people to your buddies list, and of course you can put people on the ignore list by exactly doing the same thing. Alright, going back to the computer technology forum, I can, as the registered user, I can see all of the available information. So I can see all the latest topics or recent posts. I can actually go into the stats. I can see who is online. So there's one guest online and one user, and the users active that have been active in the last 15 minutes, that's only admin. Alright, so basically this is how you would go and get your users to actually go and participate within your online community. Of course, you can change a lot of things here. So for example, you can change this black color here. You can change the way this has been actually displayed here. So for example, instead of just displaying text, you can maybe have some icons here, and when you have a new message, a new post, that particular message, that particular icon will appear here. Once again, this is all up to you how you would like this to be done, and like we've done in one of the previous tutorials, what you have to do is from the when you log in as the admin, you will go to admin, and from the admin center you will go to themes and layout. In the themes and layout, what you need to do is you will go to modify themes. You'll find the theme that you're after, and then what you would have to do is you'll go into edit these themes style sheet, and then you would open one of those two files here, and once again you would have to know some PHP code in order to actually go ahead and change that. And the good thing is, once again, that you actually get a live preview here, so any changes you make here you can actually go up there and see what happens. Alright, so this is basically the end of this video tutorial. So we have seen how to actually go ahead and create online community from scratch, how to add some very variable things to your online community, how to actually go ahead and change the permissions, how to add different boards, different categories and different posts, how to control those as an administrator or as an moderator. And we have seen how to create different groups of users, so from newbies to newly registered, moderators, regular members and whatnot. and we have seen how to set up the whole community, and now we have just seen how it will actually look when your site goes online and when you actually have some members participating in your group. So like I've said, this will actually conclude all of the videos on the Simple Machines forum, and as you have seen throughout this series of videos, it's quite easy to set up your online community or your online forum.